ఏంటి HTMLకి డ్రాప్ సెలెక్ట్ ఆప్షన్స్ అని ఉంటుంది. అది కరెక్ట్ కాదు. అదే కానీ ఆ డోన్ ఎప్పుడు వర్క్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఆ HTML కోడ్లో ఆడితే వర్క్ అవుతుంది. అది లేదు, ఆడు వేరేది రాసాడు. అప్పుడు ఎందుకు పైన Gimana sama?
And is there?
Mayor.
Nazir, Nazir is present. Start with your topic. Go ahead.
Do you know?
Nazir, do you
I don't know.
know anything?
It was on, but
I mean, a mobile version, but I think from home.
I have no idea.
He left.
Yes, rocked.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Trying to read because I couldn't hear anything. So, too bad, lot of noise from your end.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something blowing.
Because you're on speaker, probably that's why.
Me?
So I was on the speaker. I'll put headphones on.
No, I have phone.
Is anything now?
Mm.
Okay, so that's why. what would you say is the hardest part of being a QA?
I didn't understand.
What would you say is the hardest part of being a QA?
This something which is tough. Um, and post based on what you have tested. That is easy. And comes to automation. Learning Java is okay. Then the noise is coming.
Yeah, see, just texted. I can't. You can't. What? Yeah, but here, why would he say I can't? But I mean, so far, the hardest thing right now for me seems like Java, you know?
Java is intermediate and convert execute to which we can understand is the toughest part. Is the toughest part which is and Java quite simple if you remember few keywords like 100 to 200 keywords and you get a rule of something similar to grammar. You're done with Java. So 200, 300 words is not a big deal. And
No.
then converting your thoughts to logic is the toughest part, I would say.
What does that mean, though? Like
I have sent you some programs like get all the even numbers. For example, if you're getting all the even numbers, then that is human understandable language. So convert that into understandable logic for language, whether it is Java or C or C# for language. First of all, you have to convert it into logic. Okay. Yeah, convert it into logic. Yeah, do most of the job. That's it.
okay.
For example, even number change 1 to 100. Okay. This so this is machine. Okay, so first we will start with the number 1. Okay, we'll start with 1. verify if is an even number. Yes, an array. Now continue with next step and then continue next step. What is the next step?
Verify if number 2 is even.
So you have to type up number. Let's see. Then verify. And then if yes, right, and come false. So this is my logic, code logic. Right? And how do you verify if it is an even number? Okay. How do you verify? I will say divide 1 by 2 and see if the remainder is 0. This is how you verify, right? 2 by 2 divide 3. This is how you verify if it is an even number.
No.
Keep doing this. With still numbers.
Alright.
Okay. So what are the steps which are repeating? You're right. This is code logic for a given problem statement. That is very simple.
No.
So start with number 1. So these steps are repeating, right?
No.
Yeah. So for there is again lot of noise. And what's the reason?
I don't know.
Yeah, now it's so it's repeating. So first then loop. The replace I'll put them in loop. Okay. And what is the thing that is changing when you're repeating? Right? I'll say let x be my number. Okay. For what is range of x? 1 to 100, right?
No.
Yeah. So I have improved my code logic to the step. Okay. And if yes, do. If no, do this. So hiding if no, I'll write else.
No.
There is no other option. If there is option, I'll write multiple if. But there is 2 options, so I'll write yes and write else. Now my code logic is ready. After refining it for 3 times, my code logic is ready. So writing this logic is important. And I realize what I equal 9 100 and sorry, right?
Yeah.
Well, take up number x. I have already taken x here. Okay. Then divide by 2 and see if remainder equals to 0. Remainder equal to x percentile 2. Okay. To verify, remainder equal to 0. And if remainder equal to 0, remainder equal to 0, store it in an array. Okay, when I want to store it in an array, I'm an array, right? Print it. Storing it, we'll just print it. Okay. And somewhere out of println x. If it's not else, okay, I have to continue with next step. So continue. After printing, continue. And we usually write continue if there is anything after this which we want to skip, but there is no step after continue. Okay. If it is true, it will come here. You come here and we'll go to the beginning of the loop. Right? There is nothing.
No.
Right? So after this, it will simply go back. So there is no necessity of continuing. Inside else, it will come inside else. It will execute this and go back to for loop. You don't have continue, it is doing the same thing. Okay. Now see it, we have it inside else. No one has. I don't have a code.
Miss Anusha, could you please repeat that, whatever you guys covered, because I didn't hear you.
Okay, so the question Uber asked was, what is the toughest part of our job? Okay. So what does the job include? Understanding requirements, writing test cases, testing, and then submitting status, which is called editing. Then automating them using language. Running automated. So automation includes convert into code. Code logic, then convert code to the desired language. Okay. Here we are choosing Java as the desired language, but irrespective of the language, we have to convert our English sentences to uh, code first. So, whereas what is the toughest among all of this? So I said this one is the toughest part because understanding requirements. You are reading something in English, writing. You are copying something given in requirement and write it in the form of points. Make sure that it's working as given in the requirement. Okay, so copy pasting from requirement. Okay, so this is working and
How this works, Anusha? When I test
sorry?
cases, consulting after test cases, by consulting that requirement, what is next step? It goes to somebody else, or we just start doing testing?
After writing test cases, we will send them for review. Okay, and then
Okay.
if we get any feedback, we'll make some changes. That's all. But there's nothing like they will
Okay.
cross off your entire test cases and that. Okay, we'll review and ask you to make some changes. So that entire process comes in by writing.
Well,
What's
most
testing
of these
mean?
companies, they do automation testing, or they use manual testing as well.
There's manual testing as well. And everything cannot be
Okay.
automated in the first place. Everything cannot be automated. So as much as we can get, and the remaining we will do manual testing.
How we decide that what part is to be done manually and what part is to be automated?
Um,
Yes, decided.
you can decide it. Is where you decide it. But you test case a sentence to a logic, to a chart. That means automate it. If you cannot. Uh, so testing them, testing the application help of test. Use test cases and do whatever is written there. Like you have to think anything here. Am I right? Test given.
Right.
Right. So quite simple. So it is easy because you just have to read something in English. You convert what you stood into points and easy and even more easy. You just have to tell them what and what I said. I've always done. Easy. And so this is the toughest part. And after this is depends on your proficiency with the language which you are using. And any programming language will contain 200 to 300 keywords and 20 to 30 syntax rules. Right? So remembering 20 rules and few keywords is no big deal, not at all a big deal. Okay, yeah.
Okay, Miss, I was reading that packages. In that portion, it says that we use two kind of packages while doing automation testing. One is built-in package, and the other one is user-defined package. So Java is built-in package.
No, Java is language. Inside Java, into have java.io.file that address, remember?
Right. Okay.
So built-in packages. And you have Selenium. Selenium is a built-in package inside Java. It's not a separate tool. It is a built-in package inside Java, but it is not imported. It is not imported by default Java. You have from outside and as an input to Java, then it considers it as a package. So it's a predefined package.
So does it mean that we have to set paths for Selenium inside the Java?
So we create a Java project and then right click and then configure build path, right?
Right.
So we have to
And about user-defined packages, what are those kind of things? I didn't see any information about those.
Some whatever code you're going to write is nothing but user-defined packages.
Oh, okay.
So you will define them, only define them, and only you will use them. You are not going to publish them to the entire world. Not everyone is going to use them, right? Those are the lines of code which you wrote for yourself. So the user-defined package. Okay. This is what we have.
Okay, one more thing, Ms. Anusha. While doing encapsulation, it's of code and data. What class is when we write any program that included the code and data as well. So what is the difference between encapsulation and any other JavaScript we write or Java program we write? So what do you mean?
It is different between them. Okay, write a Java class based on the concept of encapsulation. So using the concept of encapsulation to put the data and code together, okay, you want to code together. So you want to encapsulate everything. To encapsulate is a class. So how do you?
So we private it by defining a certain code with that group, or how we do code and data and encapsulate what we use. Is there any code for that, or it is just formation of a?
It is formation of class.
Right.
It is formation of class.
Okay.
In class and all, that is like you're putting all your variables and code into one thing with class. So the class is the shell of your capsule.
Okay.
So this is what we were discussing, and so we've seen till here. Okay, in the application with the help of test cases, then we will prepare a new column in the same Excel sheet, say actual result and status. For the test cases, when you are executing, you will add two new columns, and put your status, right? And then finally you will count the number of test cases you passed which have failed. Okay, this is test report. The number of test cases which failed, this is the number of test cases which passed. These cases which have failed, that will be your report. Okay. manual testing. It's all quite easy. Okay. And after this, when you're with automation,
So at what stage we
you will
use
feel very
Jira
bad.
to tabulate all these?
So there are two test cases which have failed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, the developer will fix the code to make the test cases work again, right? So how to tell him is something which he needs to fix. You have to make a write-up and give him. So you should fix this, you should fix this. So my test case will pass. Okay, for example, you have 10 steps in a test case. In 10 steps, just failing. Other steps are passed. So you will do that. So and so step is failing. Okay, you give some screenshots. You will give some explanation what to do. You will give details on how to reach there. What is the step? That description you provide with help of Jira.
Oh,
So when you send them the update repeater which I failed, right? Do you include the Excel sheet or do you include the when you start automating it? So
Not include the Excel sheet. Just tell him I logged the bug in Jira and this is the number of the ticket, whatever ticket you have raised, a number will be allocated by Jira to it. You will pass on the number to that guy. And times you will copy number to Excel sheet in the step column. When your developer fixes that here and repeat your test case. So where it has passed.
okay.
is it possible to give us a little bit overview of Jira as well whenever you have time?
I'll show you after completing.
If it is necessary.
It is necessary, but I'll give you that after the automation. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So you are executing the test cases and don't want to execute the same test case every day. You want to do some new job because it will get boring.
Okay.
You don't want to repeat the same thing every day. It is getting a boring task. To do is you try to automate it. So when you have to automate, you might panic. Where to start, how to start. But have to learn this. Convert your English sentences to logic. So that's the thing. Well, this is my problem statement. Like I want to get all the even numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, I think a very simple program. Later on, I will take a test case. Okay. So if I want to get all the even numbers, I have to start somewhere. Where do I start? I'll start with 1 obviously. So I'll start with 1. I'll verify if 1 is an even number. Okay. If if 1 is an even number, then store it in array and continue with next step. This is what we'll do. You'll store it somewhere, or else you might print it to make it simple. Then you continue with number 2. After you're done with number 1, you have verified if it is 1 or if it is even. If it is even, you will keep it wherever you want. If it is not even, you just ignore it. Then you will continue with number 2. Then you will verify. Then you will go to 3. Then you will repeat the same step for 4. Okay. This will be your logic. Manually, this will be your logic. Have you verify if all the numbers between 200 are even, but you do this 100 times, right? So instead of that, even logic contains more English. You have the amount of English in code in logic. Okay, so I will try to reduce the amount, the English. How 1 is an even number.
Should by 2.
If the number is this by 2. Okay, sounds English to me. Even though, so how I it is divisible by 2. To divide the number by and if is 0, right? Mathematics.
Correct.
You reduced your English to mathematics. Okay, that's what we have to do. We converted English sentence to code logic. Understand? So simply, sentence that you will think, right? Then start with 1. Okay, that will say x equal to 1. Then division, divide x by and check if remainder is 0. Okay. Then you x equal to divide x. You will divide it and check if remainder is 0, which means also the steps which are repeating. Okay. So what I for x in 100, okay, this is this number of steps, right? Repeating, but factor based on which I am repeating. What is the changing factor? Changing factor is x. So for the changing, and what is the range of the changing factor? X 1 to 100. So I want to do this. Okay. Now I have to check if reminder is 0. How do reminder? X for right. Then check if
And divided by 2.
yes, I'm dividing. I'm getting the reminder
Okay.
symbol, which means the reminder after dividing by 2. Will you the here by how much it can be divided, but it will not give you a reminder.
Correct.
So in order to get the reminder, the rest is 0.
So I can
Yes.
that you wrote reminder is equal to X.
Right. First one is equal to 1.
If you can enlarge
Yes.
it. All.
Okay. Now, so
Thanks.
we are on x equal to 1, x equal to 2, equal to 3. So I'm going to repeat these steps x between 1 to 100. So for x, we divide 1 to 100. These are which are going to be repeated from line to 15. Yeah, but I don't want x1. X will 1 in the first case, 2 in the next case, 3 in the next case, 3 and so on till it is 100. Then if equal to 0 is a true scenario as split in an array and then contain steps. So after this, is there other option? There is only yes or no. Okay. So say else. If reminder to 0, store it in the next step. Else, continue next step. Right?
So do step here, it will automatically take the next step, next number.
It will really take the next step. So we don't have
Okay.
anything to do here. It will automatically continue with the loop. So I'll remove this. Then continue with the next step. There is nothing that I have to mention. It will really go to the next step. I want it in an array. Or other maybe I'll just print it. Simple. Okay. An array, I'm printing it. Instead of if you see inside it.
Mr. Shah, I couldn't hear you. At step you say it will automatic store in array or otherwise.
Rather than storing in an array, I'm simply printing to the console here. I'm just doing system.println. I'm storing it as of now. I will try to print with basics, not too much. Start with this. I will just print the array. Okay. So I print it. When I then after printing, it will here with the end of the if. It doesn't go to else. It sees it is the end of the loop. It will start from here again. Okay. In if there is one statement, inside else there is nothing. So if there is nothing, I can remove. Right?
Right.
So if reminder remainder equal to x percentile. So in writing all this, there is another use of the variable called remainder, right? So I simply put this here. If x equal to 0, this is println x and x in 1 to 100. How do you write this in Java? This is first x and then make sure x is less than or equal to 100 and then increase x 1 by 1. Okay. So syntax for looping Java, nothing but x in 1 to 100. This is of this Java. Okay. So put my English sentence into logic. We have converted later into because of Java here, I have converted it into Java. If it's in fun, it will be and, if it is Python, if it is Java. Okay, core logic is the same for any language. Okay, so learn how to convert your English sentences into code logic. Okay, every code logic you have an equivalent in it. Now we have our first test case, very valid login. Okay. Here first we open a browser, right? After browser we URL, after URL wait for the page, we wait to load or for box to load, right? Then we and we
So what if we don't enter, we add this line, wait for the page, so it will affect the whole thing, or is it necessary to write this, wait for the page to load and all that?
You have to wait.
Okay.
I open something like this. Gmail. Okay, it not loaded. Now I try to enter my username. There is no meaning, right? Even before this thing coming.
Right. Okay. So this is important to right.
Yeah. So in code logic, it is important to wait for it to load. You may not in Excel, but this actually do in your brain, right? You do this in your brain. So code logic is nothing but what you do in your brain, but you have to represent it mathematically or as less English as possible. Okay. Open browser and click on submit. Then wait. Welcome message Okay, this is verify X login is successful. Verify, right? Without yourself knowing it, this is how you do. Wait for first page to load, maybe a welcome message. They say that my login is successful, right?
Okay.
Would logic here to
To
convert.
log in, to log in portion.
Yeah, this is my problem statement here. This is problem statement. Then this is my right. One is to build this code logic. It's very easy to convert this into language already, and which is very easy in fact. It's like Arabic or something with thousands and thousands of words for you to express everything. Simply a collection 100 to 300 keywords and a full set 20 to 30 rules. Have a known syntax. Okay.
The basic logic, will develop everything before we convert it into a programming language. So basic logic.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Basic logic which you are going to use before writing code for it. Okay. Then what you will do is slash, which means comment into this, and here you write WebDriver drive equal to new Firefox driver, right? So the code for opening the browser. Okay. Now I have my code logic, right? With it, I can entire program if I do not know Selenium. Okay. I will open browser. I have to Google and say open browser in Selenium. Okay. It will
open the browser we mentioned in that logic line, or it will open whatever browser is available in system. Or do we have to specifically tell in our statement that what browser we are to open, we need to open?
We have mentioned it in the code.
Here you say Firefox.
Yes, it will be Chrome driver. It will be driver. Okay. Firefox driver. It will change from browser to browser, so you have to specify which browser you want to open. Okay. So in your project, you have to say open which browser. I want to open Firefox browser. Okay. So I see here I have 3 browsers in line. Okay. When my Excel sheet and somewhere in my Excel sheet I say open browser, I will which browser to open. Right. So that was a good point. I'm sorry, I forgot. You have to very specific in logic. A simple step like wait for page load does automatically. Okay. To write minute thing we do, which is without our notice. Whatever we do, I want to write all those minute steps here. Okay. So decide on what browser I should open. There is one minute thing. Okay. So I'm not going to get that. It's a mistake. There. And then Firefox. Then I write code for it. Then URL. Okay, open here. We want Chrome browser. Give it. Then if I want to enter URL, I have to the driver. I have to mention. Okay. Then
Is that web driver and enter URL, is that same?
sorry.
Web driver and it is web driver and enter URL.
Okay.
Like you said, Firefox and Chrome, right?
That's a predefined class which contains all the information about browsers. Okay, I'm trying to get a browser called Firefox driver out of this web driver.
Okay.
This driver will help me open Firefox browser. And after opening the browser, I will store that browser in one variable called driver. So we say browser
Okay.
also. No. I just
So it's same thing if we put browser or driver.
if we put this is also same thing and any name. Okay, it's a bit end of the day. You can give it any name. You can give any name, but
Okay.
usually we give
After
a meaningful name.
okay. So whatever name we put here under class, then we have to define it after equal that we are looking for.
Yes.
Okay,
So
got
this
it.
is nothing but one of the 20 to 30 rules I have said it. That's it. This is one. This is what that also mentioned. Class name equals to and method. Okay. This is one syntax. Okay. Then that URL. Okay. So now I'm my English sentences to code logic. Now understand why I was so specific for you to write every individual step in the test case. When okay, I want you to write every single step. I didn't need to miss any step. Hello. Yeah, so this is the reason why I wanted you to write each and every step in the test case. Okay, like you missed the precondition and then you missed one step, add one more step. So all those will be helpful here. One logic. So
What advise us to if we when we start we should write the logic sentences first and then we convert our logic to the program.
yes, and put this in. Okay. When writing a program, people write proper comments. Okay, come from here. This is how I write comments. Whatever that you have designed before writing a program, those things which you have to put in comments, nothing more. Okay, we have this word I for page to learn, Selenium, Java. I have a question here. Okay, that's why I use something like this. Okay, but the thing is, I'm telling me all the time. Yeah, so this is the use of first white load. Okay, but use driver. Like my variable name is driver here. Okay, I don't think it's the correct one. The Java script is not Java. Yeah. So wait for page to load, or how do you know that the page has loaded? To see if the username has come. I will say that come. I will still like the box here. I need till I get a box here, right? So I will wait for the username box to load. Okay. So I will wait, new wait, and new time, and this indicates for how much time you want to wait. Okay. For seconds, I will wait for seconds. Depends on your application and join us. Wait then until find element by ID or by path and your username. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Subha.
Yes.
Risha is there?
Did you guys hear me?
Yes.
Now we can.
So I will wait till my driver for given time, like 1 second, 10 seconds, 100 seconds, whatever time I want to give, I will just depend on the performance of the application on the internet. Actually. And then I'll wait, my driver shows up the element that I'm waiting for. And I'm waiting for is user, right? So I give driver dot find element by x path and the path which we have identified in the previous class. Okay, and then enter the name. I want a name which is nothing but enter text. in a Selenium Java. Example, a box like this, username. I want to enter text, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, that using version java dot find element by expand, and this will be my
Your
main
screen
section.
is stuck.
Then I will say
So on
so
one page.
actually
Hello? Yeah.
Have to enter our element and its XPath. System will find out by itself.
Yeah. Because you can't hear. I can't hear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bad. And my question here, I'm asking about the XPath and web element. We have to add, or it will find out by the software or by the program.
Everything.
that which you wrote in your Excel sheet, the exercise that I gave.
Box, right, for the username?
That's a text box for the username, and you guys wrote XPath for the username, right?
Yeah.
You have to replace the XPath with I wrote XPath for your username. So you have to replace this with your XPath that you composed in the previous session.
Yeah.
We have to find out the XPath for those web elements first. Then we can, then we have to develop. Is it, ma'am?
Yes, you wrote test cases first, then you XPath, then you code logic, then you write the actual program. Right?
Okay.
The same we are going through.
How to actually write the username, right?
I didn't get you.
The text box, right? And to
Sorry.
enter the username. How do we do that?
Yeah, we just do XPath. Now here I gave the XPath.
Yeah.
Something else.
Okay, what I meant, we would know its XPath first.
Yes. So XPath, right? So wait it here. You're waiting. Your cell, your X has come. Your X box has come. If the box doesn't come within the given time, it will fail. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds. If the box does not reach in 10 seconds, it will stop executing here and it will say fail. So first wait.
So time span, we can decide that time span, or it
Yes,
is
we can decide. We can decide
okay,
the number
second or whatever. Okay.
10 or
Okay.
1,000 or 1 lakh. Okay, and make sure it is using seconds or milliseconds or minutes. Okay.
That one.
Yeah, it will change. It will change. Sometimes it is milliseconds, sometimes it is seconds. So make sure what you're specifying, seconds or milliseconds or minutes.
Okay, so the middle one is the seconds, and what is the left one and the right one?
Uh,
Hello.
yeah, I'm just checking what it is.
Oh,
Mm, So I went WebDriver wait class, driver wait, I'm giving driver and timestamp. Right? Inside the WebDriver wait, my WebDriver and timestamp. Right? So this is syntax form. Then if you see what is timestamp, mm, right? I don't know why it is giving me these fields. Yeah, few seconds. So you're like or hundred or thousand or 10,000.
Or you just spell it out?
Yeah, you just put it out. You don't have to mention the note on and blah blah blah. Well, expect conditions for presence of unallocated body or I don't know we shall when I search for Java. Let's test it out. So expected condition. What expected condition? It is presence of element located. So wait like this. After we will find the element and in a variable, and variable you will do a send function and you will give whatever username you want to give. Okay.
Yes. Password.
More then the X path will change.
Yeah.
So that will change. Then click on this. So that's fine. And then that click. Okay. Okay. Wait with this one. Welcome message. And the text part. I'm just writing sample text part so that you have to understand everything.
Right.
My code is ready. Firefox. I have google.com or any site or for example, I have a login page. Then I'll wait for the user to come up. Username has come up. I'll system admin to username. I'll send my password. Then I'll click on submit and I will wait for the well to come. Okay. Said my normal text case, which is in pretty much English, to some Java. Okay. See, things are repeating. Where is it? It is saying, it is reading, drive, it is repeating, find very less keywords compared to what you do in English. You do in any oral language, there are very less number of years. Okay. So you ought to do is remember like 200 to 300 words and some 20 to 30 in rules. Syntax rule is that you have to put semicolon in the end. This one. So there are few rules like that, and you have to close every bracket that you open. The parentheses that you open should be closed. There are a few set of rules. Right? This is you do automation. Can't block it to the desired language. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
I'll put this recording on YouTube by like your name mostly. Okay, help you with what your price and understand how I have writing code logic for a normal test case. Okay. We'll go with these commands later. Okay. And we can do it later. But first, go with code logic. Okay. We'll connect tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you want, you can write code logic, Java programs that I have given you as assignment. You still did not do it, right? You just read the program. Most of
Can you
them.
repeat it? Not static.
Okay, there is a lot of background sounds.
Yeah.
Alright. So please write code logic for the Java program which you know in the assignment which you still haven't done. We did only 2 to 3 programs and then stopped. So please write code logic, a few of them, at least 50 of them. Okay.
You gave us in the notepad, right?
Right. On the Java ground.
Okay. All right.